The 117th Fall Classic is now even at a game apiece. Both teams are headed to Atlanta, and we'll preview game number 3. And we have Thursday night football. Can the Packers beat the undefeated Cardinals? We'll share our fantasy picks for this battle in the desert. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our show. I'm Jim Ginocchio, former sportscaster with Turner Broadcasting and NBC in Atlanta, and joining me from Los Angeles, Hollywood producer and one of the leading fantasy sports experts for the last 20 years, Ross the Boss. Hey, Ross the Boss.
Hey, everybody, I'm Ross the Boss, and I want to talk Superdraft Pro with you, cowboy. God, it's already
good to have you on,
this
buddy.
Week has
I'll
been
tell you
flying,
what.
Jim. It's been unbelievable. I feel the fall in the air. This is great football weather. We have a great, unbelievable game in Phoenix today. I can't wait.
I can't wait for it either. I'll tell you what, though, last night the Astros bats came to life in game 2, didn't they, of the World Series? Jose Altuve, right? He led the hit
I counted him out. I had him off my list, and he proved me wrong. So I tell you when I pick losers sometimes and winners, but I had Altuve off. He wasn't looking good game 1, but game 2 he came back, and he was unbelievable.
Did you hear Frank Thomas, what Altuve's nickname is? Did you hear Frank on
What's
Fox?
the nickname? I didn't hear it.
Mighty Mouse.
I heard that before.
I love that. I mean, he's 5 foot 6 inches.
He's 5'6", and he's hitting home runs. He's unbelievable. I mean, what a great player. And the series is tied 1-1. It's going to be great. They're in Atlanta. You're part of the woods on Friday.
I know. We're going to have a weekend to remember here in Atlanta, I hope. I mean, it's going to be good. But hey, listen, one thing about Altuve, he's really climbing that leaderboard in the postseason home runs for MLB history. He has 22 now, Ross. And here's the thing. Bernie Williams is tied with him. He had 22, but he did in 121 games. Altuve has done it in 75. That's amazing.
I mean, and he's not even like a home run hitter. I mean, he's not considered. If I had to make a list of home run hitters, he would not be on it. So
right.
Obviously, this guy, when it's playoff time, you want this guy on your team. I mean, I think he'll break Bernie Williams. He'll go above Bernie Williams.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he'll probably won't break like Babe Ruth or anything. But
actually, in the postseason, Manny Ramirez is number 1 with 29 home runs in 111 games. So maybe by the time he gets to 111 games, I think he will beat Manny Ramirez.
We'll see what happens. I don't know.
Who knows?
If Houston keeps getting in the playoffs, he could be the. Can you imagine? Jose Altuve is the all-time leader in home runs in postseason. It's unbelievable.
At 5'6".
I mean, I can imagine the odds in Vegas. If you bet that like the beginning of his career, you would be the leader.
So I want to know what the odds are.
Home runs.
Okay, so here's let's talk some odds about this, right? Okay, Altuve has hit 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 first pitch home runs in the postseason. What are the odds that the Braves pitchers maybe might not throw a strike on the first pitch to Altuve?
I think the odds are in your favor. I think you have a good point there. I don't think they'll challenge him. I see him. I see the first couple pitches at least being balls because he loves
you would think
the first pitch. He's a first pitch guy. They talk about it all the time. And if I know it, I'm sure the Atlanta Braves know it.
Yeah,
guarantee it.
I got to find out from the casinos what the odds are because I can't imagine what they are. Anyway, Alvarez, Brantley, Siri, Tucker, they all had great games last night. So now it's on to game 3. It becomes now a best 3 out of 5 series. And Luis Garcia takes them out on Friday for Houston, Ian Anderson for the Braves. It's going to be interesting, Ross, as we look forward to this one.
Yeah, both pitchers I like. I mean, both these guys, I have them in fantasy baseball. I started both of them during the season. They're both on my team, which is ironic.
Yeah.
Ian Anderson, not the guy from Jethro Tull. This is the Ian Anderson, the baseball player. I know people mix that up all the time. But both of them, I mean, I have them like very like similar type pitchers. And I don't think home field advantage means anything in this series. I think either team can win away or home. So for me, it's going to be a great game. Game 3. You got to take both pitchers if you're playing Superdraft Pro.
Yeah.
You got to take both of them.
I totally agree.
I mean, this game has potential of being like a 3-2 game. This is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, let's talk football. Thursday night football in the desert tonight. The 7-0 Cardinals host the 6-1 Green Bay Packers. Ross, the Pack without wide receivers Devontae Adams, Alan Lazard. So this really makes for an interesting fantasy pick
It
lineup.
does, but without Devontae Adams, the Packers are 6-0. I mean, it's like, okay, they don't have Devontae, but in the past history, you don't have Devontae. Aaron Rodgers figures it out and wins the game.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, it's not like, oh, they're done now. No, they're not. I mean, they have many weapons. I mean, they have many weapons and many ways to win. But the thing I told you earlier is the Arizona defense is like number one in many categories. Very people don't talk about that defense. Yeah. And I know JJ Watt's not playing tonight. Big part of the defense. I totally agree.
Right.
But I Green Bay's defense to me is very suspect. They give up a lot of points. And I think the defense tonight for Arizona is going to win them the game.
Yeah, I got a feeling you're right about that, especially with the limitations of what Rodgers has. Although, Rodgers is just like, when you start talking like a Brady. I mean, you just can't count him out because he somehow, some way, always finds a way to pull off a victory.
I mean, and he picks these receivers. I mean, look at Robert Tanyan last year.
Yeah.
No one knew who he was.
I did. I had him on my team.
I know you did, but I'm saying no one knew who he was. He was his favorite target for like 3 or 4 games. He was like money every week, fantasy-wise. Boom, boom, boom. And last week he had a touchdown. This week, I think he has a really good chance to have a touchdown.
I do
and
too.
It's like, you don't know who he's going to throw the ball to. But on the other side of the ball, you got probably one of the greatest young quarterbacks playing right now. I have him above Pat Mahomes, just so you know, is Kyler Murray, and he's unbelievable. I mean, this guy's like a video game. You can't. Yeah. He can beat you with the pass, and then all of a sudden, if he gets in trouble, he starts scrambling. He can run for 20 yards without even knowing it. He's that fast. I mean, this guy, and he's probably the greatest athlete right now playing sports because he was a number 1 draft pick in baseball. And he could have played professional baseball, but instead he's playing professional football, which I think is the right move. And obviously, I mean, this guy is like, I mean, if he wanted, he could probably play both sports if he wanted to. Yeah. I don't recommend it. I think it's too much work. Look at Deion, look at Bo Jackson. But long story short, I think the Cardinals are going to win the game, but I think it's going to be a close one.
Yeah, it's going to be a statement game, even though we're only halfway through the season tonight. But it'll be a statement game if the Cardinals actually beat the Packers at home tonight. So, all right, let's talk picks. Who are you going with tonight?
So you got to take Kyler Murray as your champion. I mean, I was like futzing around with other stuff, and okay, if I take this guy, it'll be multiplier would be this side. You know what? This guy is just he's a double threat with the run and pass. He's going to get you points. He's a for sure fire. Get the extra 0.5 multiplier on him. So we're taking him at 1.5. I mean, trust me. I can't argue with that. I was battling that all night. And I think every other guy like myself and like you will take him at least in a couple cards because we get 4 entries because we're in the elite position.
We're the elite team. That's right.
So when I do elite stuff, I mean, I mix stuff up because that's how you win. Right. But and then Aaron Rodgers, of course, you got to take Aaron 1.15. I love Christian Kirk. Hopkins is hurt. He's banged up a little bit. I don't know how much he's going to get involved in the offense, but I think Christian Kirk's going to his point of play is 1.85, and that's great.
I think then that's a great pick.
Aaron Jones. We're saying okay, Devontae Adams, his favorite weapon's gone. His second favorite weapon is Aaron Jones. He'll catch the ball. He'll run the ball. Let's put him in there. James Conner, 2.0 multiplier. Every game, this guy has a touchdown. I mean, this guy, they give him the ball to score touchdowns. So if I did 2.0 multiplier, that's a huge tease for me.
And I think Connor's got a little chip on his shoulder. He wants to prove something in Arizona after leaving Pittsburgh.
I agree with you. So I think Connor, they trust him. I know Edmonds is there too, and you can play him too, but I think Connor's the play for touchdowns. And then other guys you got to play, throw him the bag.
Yeah.
Randall Cobb, 2.2 multiplier. He'll probably be Rodgers' favorite receiver tonight. You got to put him in the mix there. Another guy, Robert Tanyan, I talked about it earlier. His multiplier is 2.2 also. Rodgers loves this guy, and he caught a touchdown last week. So he's a tight end. It's prime time. You know what happens prime time with tight ends? They catch touchdowns. And I know DeAndre
you got to be saying DeAndre Hopkins.
You got to be saying it. Is the last guy. He's 1.4. But he's questionable. You can throw him in a couple of your tickets. Hopefully you have 4 like myself and Jim.
Yep.
But that's someone going tonight. Again, it's going to be a fun game to watch. There should be a lot of offense tonight.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to a great game, and we're also looking forward to Game 3 of the World Series come on Friday. Hey, join Ross the Boss and I on Superdraft. You got to get started. I mean, 120 free games over 30 days if you join the Elite package with us. That's simple. And you can catch our fantasy sports show as well every Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time. I'll get my time zone straight yet. All right. For Ross the Boss in Los Angeles, I'm Jim Ginocchio in Atlanta. You guys have a great day, and let's watch that game tonight. See you guys.